everyone, it's great to see you. Tonight I'm going to share with you something a little different. So there is a virus that affects hosta plants that has become prevalent. It was discovered in 1996 and it's called Hosta Virus X, and they abbreviate that HVX. And at the beginning, for this virus, I mean, we all think nothing affects hosta. People actually thought they were discovering new types of hosta, and some were registered. These hostas seem to have some unique looks to their leaves. The lines separating two colors might sort of look blurry, like an ink blur. And then people realized that it actually was a hosta disease. And this hosta disease affects the fleshy, leafy part of the hosta leaf, and gradually it breaks it down. So there's nothing you can do if your hosta has it. You get rid of it and you don't compost it and spread it to other hosta. It's spread through the juices of the leaves. So, you hope that your hosta don't have it. You buy your hosta from reputable sellers and breeders and nurseries that you really trust. However, there is now a test that you can test your hosta leaves if you start to feel worried about any of them, and hopefully catch any disease before it spreads to your hosta. So out of curiosity, I decided to order one of these testing kits. As far as I know, all my hosta are fine. Let's hope that that is the case. I did choose one leaf that is not looking its best. I really think it's not looking its best because of some cold damage to it this spring. But we're going to test this hosta leaf, and we're going to follow the directions here. So I've never done this before. This could be very interesting. My package arrived, and it has a little tube of test strips. And then it has this pouch that says to refrigerate between use, but you use it actually at room temperature. I'm going to open that up. And this is a kit that will test up to do 5 different tests. So I'm just going to do the one. It comes with these little clear baggies, and there's a sort of a netting in here and a clear solution. And then it comes with directions. So here's where we see how I do. Okay, so it says that you're going to take a sample of tissue about the size of a quarter. And just because, as you should for all of your cuttings, always make sure you spray whatever you're cutting with alcohol afterwards, in case it did have something. You would not want to spread it to anything else that you are going to cut in the future. So I'm going to take a quarter-size piece here that does look a little strange to me. And it says cut open the sample extraction bag near the bottom of the label. So right about here, be careful not to spill the buffer. Insert the sample in between the mesh linings near the bottom of the sample extraction bag. Okay, so here we go. I am going to cut this near the bottom. And all that liquid is in there. It didn't say I had to wear gloves, so we're going to hope that that is the case, but I'll wash my hands afterwards. As I open it up, there is a netting in here, and it said in between the netting. There's 2 layers of netting. So here I have my 2 layers, and I'm going to tuck it in. It said to tuck it all the way to the bottom. So I'm going to do that. And then it says extract the sample by hitting it with a blunt object, such as a pen or a marker. So basically, we have to turn this juice in here into either sort of a yellowish or greenish color by pounding the life out of it. There we go. We are extracting. And it's working. It's starting to turn a little green yellow. We'll keep going. It says an adequately extracted sample will result in a homogeneous green or light brown colored solution. We keep going. This is really weird. So I've pretty much taken the leaf and pounded the pulp so that now we have all this green juice here. And it looks like it really is pretty well, I don't know, squished. And now we see what to do next. Okay, so it says, allow the resulting solution to settle for 3 minutes before inserting the immunostrip. Okay, so I'll see you in 3 minutes. We're gonna wait. Welcome back. Here we are now. I think the green juice has sort of settled. And in this little bag, there is a clear little channel here. So this part has sort of a mesh in it that we pounded the leaf in. And there's one little clear channel with no mesh. And it says that's where we're going to put our test strip in there. So the directions say remove an immunostrip, then reclose the container. When handling the immunostrips, always grasp the top of the strip marked with Agdia's name. Do not remove the protective covering. Insert the sample end of the strip into the channel portion of the bag, no mesh, until submerged in the extract up to the white line approximately a 1/4 inch from the bottom. Do not allow the side of the immunostrip to come in contact with foam or bubbles, if present. Okay, I'm ready. So in here it has my test strips. It says that they're best used by July 2023. So this is good. It will mean that I get to have this on hand for a year. And sure enough, at the top it has the name of the company right here. So that's where I'm going to hold it. And it said not to do anything to it, but to cap that up. Okay. So I'm going to, I feel like I'm doing a rare science experiment here. I'm going to be so sad if my hostas turn out to have this virus. Okay. Supposedly, I slip this in the top. Come on. Okay. And then it says, up to the white line, approximately. Okay. We are going to see, it says, keep it in an upright position for 30 minutes. Oh my goodness. Don't worry. You don't have to sit there for 30 minutes. We'll come back. It says it could show positive results in as few as 5 minutes, but lower titer samples may take up to 30 minutes. Okay. And then we're looking. If it's positive, we're going to get 2 red lines. And if it's negative, we just get the 1 control line. Okay. Well, I'll see you back here in about 30 minutes and we'll find out what happens. Welcome back. So I've already peeked at the results. I have to admit, it's been 30 minutes and I'm so relieved that I don't need to go dig up my hosta. This is a negative test. So a couple things that this has reminded me of and that I just want to share with you. HVX will not kill all your hostas. It's going to, if you happen to get the virus, it's going to make them suffer and not look good. They're going to get, you know, lower performance. Their leaves are going to sort of get twisted and puckered and start looking weird. You're going to see these bleeding vein lines through them that just will be your signal that it's time to remove that hosta. They recommend if this happens that you take out the hosta that's infected and that you don't plant another hosta in that direct spot. Go with a heuchera. A heuchera will not get this infection. And you don't want to spread it from plant to plant. So it's really important, even if your hosta are all perfect, when you are trimming your hosta, remember it's spread in the sap, in the liquid part of those leaves, not through insects, but really through if you're clipping something, if you shovel something with a spade, it will spread it. So spray off your tools with just a spray of alcohol or a alcohol wipe, something like that, to make sure you're clean in between, even if you don't think that you're spreading anything from hosta to hosta, because it would just be a shame to have to get rid of any of our hosta. You very commonly see this in the big box stores. you just don't have as many people aware of this Hosta virus, and they're not monitoring their hostas as carefully. So I really only purchase my hostas from well-known nurseries and suppliers online now. So maybe consider that. Also, be careful if you're at a friend's house and you just see a cool looking hosta. Oh, this one looks a little different. Maybe don't just go dig it up and plop it in your garden like you might have in the past. So we're all set here. The hosta garden will continue, thank goodness. And you know, you can look online and have a couple of these tests on hand in case you ever feel like you need to use them. That wasn't too bad. And I do feel a sense of relief though. So thanks for sharing this with me. This was an adventure testing our hosta. And you know, if you have any questions or comments, drop them in the chat below. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.